Hello everyone. Believe it or not, this game is Kitten Squad. Brought to you by PETA, the animal welfare group. Believe it or not, they've gone into gaming now to get their message across, and boy is it a message, but we'll get stuck into that later. Meanwhile, let's hit the game. It's kind of standard fare, you know. You can it's a free to play game, by the way, which shocked the shit out of me, and it's not half bad. Basically aimed for children. It's like you're indoctrinating all the young children to care more for animals, which isn't a bad thing. I like animals, I just don't like too many of them. Now you start off on the menu screen and you've got your usual stuff where you can buy kitten coins to buy all these really pretty lackluster skins for your kitty cat, your hero. And then you go on special missions. There's daily missions and main missions. I think there's about 12 of them. I'm going to do the first one, which is the Orca mission. And it's pretty generic stuff, really. It's kind of a vehicle, really, for what PETA believe and stand for. It's not a bad thing. It's just I don't like getting it rammed down my throat, you know. And soon my kids will be vegetarians, asking for a cat for Christmas, and hugging trees a lot, you know. These are your kind of daily bounties. You earn extra coins for doing that, so throw loads of knives to kill the enemies, using certain weapons amount of time, killing certain enemies, bounties on people's heads. It's been done in a lot of games, and it's nothing new here. And you get a lot more gold coins to spend on your little kitty cat. Right, this guy, he'll give you a little story here. In the wool industry, within weeks of birth, lamb's ears are hole punched, their tails are chopped off, and their males are castrated without any painkillers. That's just what you want to tell a kid who's about to start this game, isn't it? And it gets a lot weirder. This is Olivia. She spent the first years of her life exploring the ocean with her family, swimming up to 100 miles a day. Then one day, life she knew it suddenly came to an end. I guess that net's got something to do with it. You see where this is going there. They came in speedboats, on airplanes, setting off deafening explosions to create confusion. Massive nets enveloped Olivia and the rest of her pod. Trapped and desperate, Olivia searched for a way out. It was reported later that her frantic cries and those of her family could be heard from miles away. A speedboat pulled up between her and the mother, separating them forever. Olivia looked around desperately for someone to rescue her. She cried out to her father, but then she saw that he too was trapped in the nets. She was slowly pulled out of her ocean home. She never saw her parents again. But she didn't know that her suffering had just begun. Olivia and many of her friends and family were on their way to marine parks like SeaWorld, to perform and die in tiny concrete tanks. Right, this next part is probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a video game. I like stories in a video game, but not this one. Olivia spent decades in a tiny tank at SeaWorld, and the freedom of the open ocean is a distant memory. Everything meaningful to her has gone for a long time. Even the water burns her skin, or at least that's what it feels like, because the tank has no shelter to protect her from the blistering sun, unlike the ocean water that Olivia still longs for. Her tank's water is shallow and crystal clear, leaving her vulnerable to painful sunburn. 6 times Olivia has been forcibly impregnated, Jesus, by SeaWorld's employees, but none of her calves ever survived more than 45 days. If they had, they would have been taken away from her anyway. Oh, this is heavy going, isn't it? Imagine his son or daughter reading this. Fuck. It's just fucked up to me. You know, all credit to PETA, but my god, this is not the way to do it, you know? I believe in telling your kids the truth, but whoa, fucking hell. She shares her tiny tank with a couple of dolphins, but has no orca companions. Since her tank mates and only friend Simon committed suicide by repeatedly smashing his head into the walls of the tank. He could no longer take the imprisonment and the humiliation of being forced to perform stupid tricks to entertain humans. Didn't know he interviewed the orca. With no mental, physical or emotional stimulation, Olivia spends her days floating aimlessly, feeling her sanity slowly slip away as she wonders if she should follow Simon's lead. Great. Oh, fucking hell. It is fucked up. However, with your help, Olivia's enslavement at SeaWorld, could come to an end. Holy shit. That's all I can say about that. Holy cow. Okay, enough of the disturbing intro. Let's give this gameplay a go. And it plays quite good for a twin stick shooter. Quite responsive. The weapon I'm using so far is pretty piss poor. There are actually quite a lot of weapons in this game. You'd be quite surprised. Rocket launchers, flamethrowers. It's one that fires balls of wool or yarn, or whatever it is. Yeah, so pretty cool. The enemies aren't too bad actually. Some of them are quite challenging. Some of them are easy just to get past. You know, there's so many games that are just like this twin stick shooter game. I don't know. You just kind of get bored of it all. I know this is meant for kids, like, but my god, it's very generic though. Now coming to the end of the video, and I've got to rescue this orca. I haven't got a clue yet. I've got to pick up that bloody gun to break the glass. Another one of the special weapons. Quite a lot of weapons in this game. There we go. Rescue an orca. If only I could rescue all the orcas in the world. I'd like to free them from captivity. You know, I vowed never to go and see another dolphin or whale show again. You know, in fact, we went to SeaWorld a few years ago, about 4 years ago, and I actually didn't want to see it. I stayed with the little one and walked, because she wasn't well at the time, and walked around SeaWorld while the rest of the kids and my wife went to see the show, you know, which was about 25 minutes long, so it wasn't that long. But yeah, because they shortened it because of the accidents they'd had and that trainer dying. You know, the show basically isn't any good anymore because the animals aren't doing the tricks. All they do is just, you know, swim around in circles and splash. So is this game worth getting? Well, it's free. Check it out. But if you had to pay for it, I'd definitely say no. Not worth checking out at all. I wouldn't download it, wouldn't pay for it. But it's promoting PETA, and this is what PETA does, I suppose. And it's highlighting the stories in the quests. There you are, a little strange. I didn't try any other quests, but I imagine all along the same sort of vein. And that's kind of off-putting for me. So let me know what you think of the game in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And yeah, just remind you twice about the comments. I do recommend you leave some. It's be interested to see what you think of the game itself. But yeah, it's free. Fuck it. Give it a go. If you had to pay for it, nah. Wouldn't give it time of day, mate, tell ya. Too fucking weird.